Hey guys, Josh with Daily Mountain Bike Rider here, and I'm excited about this video because I've actually wanted to make this video for a long time, and that is a complete guide on how to master the manual. If you're like me, you've probably been mountain biking for a little while, and your desire is to get up on that rear wheel without having to pedal at all and be able to hold it up for a long time, whether that be 100 feet, 200 feet, through your local trails, wherever it may be. And the funny thing is, I've looked up a lot of videos on YouTube, and I feel like I see a bunch of professionals telling me tips that never quite translate to me figuring out how to manual permanently for a long time. So here's my complete guide on how you can become a master at manualing, and I hope it helps you on your journey. All right, so the first step in mastering the manual, and that is work on your wheelies. I know you want to jump right into manualing, but the best thing you can do is practice your wheelies first. It's a lot of the same mechanics in getting your weight back, but the added benefit of a wheelie is you have your pedals to push you forward if that front wheel is coming down. When you transition over to manualing, all you're using is your weight, and if you haven't mastered the wheelie, you're not going to have a fun time trying to master the manual. So go work on your wheelies first. Now, once you do that, it's time for step number 2. And step number 2 is called master the motion. And here's what I mean by that. When we wheelie, we like to load our arms like this, then we take a pedal or two and we pop straight up with our shoulders and our back, and that creates the whole front wheel to go up. Now, once you get that motion dialed, it's hard to change that for manualing, but in manualing, it's much different. Where you load your arms, your butt needs to come down to the saddle, and when you pop backwards, instead of kicking your pedals forward, you need to come down to your saddle and move your hips back over your rear wheel. And hips are things I'm going to be talking about a lot, because where your hips are, that's where your weight is distributed. And you want to get your hips down towards the saddle and then straight back to get into the manualing position. All right, step number 3. It's a simple one, but it's crucially important. Find a good practice field. You need to find a place with enough area that you can go and practice manuals over and over and over again. Going out and trying it on your local trail just in the middle of the ride isn't the best place to do it. I found that parking lots work really great. You can find those at school buildings, churches, old grocery parking lots, wherever it may be. Find some space where you're not going to get bothered, that you can try it over and over again. And this is actually where I come and do my manual practice, and I think it's the best place because I use the sidewalk here. And the reason is between every house, the sidewalk dips down for the driveway, and then there's a ramp back up, and there's huge flat spots. And I found when I go up a ramp, it's like when I'm going up a jump and my arms are in the ready and locked position, and I can practice my manual right from that position, and I can see how I'm doing on distance. So don't skip this step, find a good place to practice. All right, number 4, now it's time to get on the bike and actually do it. And step number 4 is this: practice by using rapid repetition. And here's what I mean by that. Don't just go out and try one manual and see if it works or not, and then circle back again and try another one. What you want to do is set up enough space where you can manual 4, 5, 6, 7 times in a row in one go. And you're going to be very tired, but the benefit of rapid repetition is you're going to quickly find out if you've memorized or mastered that motion and figured out how to get your hips over your back wheels. You're going to feel quickly if you're going right or left, and you can put the front wheel back down, take another pedal or two, and get right back into that position. This is where your brake feel and your distribution of weight, and if you're leaning too far left or right, or you're not getting your butt all the way behind your back wheel, that's where you're going to figure out those things very, very quickly. And this is where a lot of videos like to tell you all the tips they do for getting that manual going. But here's what I found. You're the best person to figure out how you're going to get into a manual and keep it going. So instead of me telling you all the tips I do, you just need to get out there and try it. Get the motion down, throw your hips backward, keep your fingers over your brakes, and do it 5, 6, 7 times in a row, and you'll quickly see what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. If your wheel's not coming up, your weight's not going back enough. If your weight's going too far back and you're tapping your brake hard, then maybe you need to tap your brake less. Rapid repetition helps you flesh that out. Okay, step number 5. And this is the step I'm in right now, and it's actually the step most people are in when it comes to manuals. And that is patiently practice. We all want to learn a new trick overnight. Everybody wants to go out on their bike and have the manual mastered in a day or two. But the truth is, it takes a whole lot of time, and it takes a whole lot of patience of you going out and practicing. So don't assume you're going to master manuals in a day or a week or even a month. Be patient and know that it's going to take time. Nobody went out when they first started mountain biking and went on huge 20-foot kickers or huge tabletops or did 360s. They worked their way up, they were patient, and they practiced. And my hope is if you use my other 4 tips, that is, work on your wheelies, master the motion, find a good practice field, and of course, rapid repetition. If you do that every day for a week, and then a month, and then 2 months, you're gonna quickly find how you can master the manual. All right, so there's my guide for you. My hope is that it helped. I'm sorry if you were looking for more pointers on exactly the right technique that you need to use, but I really think you're the master of unlocking how you can manual the best. If you like the video, please click that subscribe button. It helps me out immensely and encourages me to make more videos. And overall, whatever you do, get off YouTube and go ride your bike. That's the motto of this whole page, is I want you to go ride your bike every single day. And I think it's about time for me to do that too. Talk to you guys later.